know I look silly, but...
Not silly, ridiculous. Now, come on, get out of the way, fella.
The lady was conscious up until a few moments ago.
Look, pal, go play somewhere else, huh?
Yeah, I guess I'll just take off.
Well, good morning. It's the Red Ripper of Elmwood Drive. Where's your kink suit?
I'm late. I gotta go.
Take a minute.
Okay.
We want to know where Tony Villacana is.
I don't know.
Of course you do. Your girl is doing his legal work. You're his teacher.
I don't know.
How's the school system going to think about guys streaking around in tights?
I don't have to take this.
Guys who jump off their own roof, do belly flops on the front lawn. How's the school board going to feel about that kind of behavior?
Gee, I hope you guys got that all on film, because I sure don't remember anything like that happening. You know what? You two guys have been following me around, hassling me, threatening me with tax audits, in general, making my life a pretty miserable place to live in. You know what? I might file a lawsuit. And you know what else? My attorney says I might have a pretty good case.
When you file this suit, are you going to be in or out of your mask and tights?
I'll think about it, and I'll let you know, okay?
Drive safely.
You guys ought to paste roses all over your cars. You could have a parade.
These guys are worse than the flu. I can't shake them. Why are you being so blatant about this?
You call this blatant? You ought to see these clowns when they're really clumsy. It's called putting the thumb screws to you, Ralph. See if you'll crack. A technical term for it is torture. Not to worry. Just means that their investigation is down stuck in the mud. That's all. Boys, there's a good burger joint around the corner. We'll be about a half an hour. Got the suit under there?
Yeah. Bill, why are we down here?
This is the Fed record building that got torched, so we start at square one. Only this time, you and the suit are going to shorten the odds. Then we're going to have a nice long talk about where Villacana was last night.
Tony didn't start that fire last night, and he didn't start this one either.
Hello there, Mr. Moody. Back again? Well, you know the Bureau. If at first you don't succeed, you keep scratching around in the dirt until your superiors forget about it.
Who's this?
Oh, this is my sister's boy, Ralph. He's just home from the Army. Say hello to Mr. Moody, Ralph.
Hello.
Yeah, he's thinking about coming into the Bureau. I'm going to walk him through one.
Uncle Bill.
Just a second, Ralph. I wanted to ask you about your department grants, the cultural affairs.
Well, recently we've done very little. Our department was streamlined. Budget cuts. We were actually on a skeleton crew getting ready to close the office next month.
No kidding. Isn't that kind of strange that you had a fire just before you were closing?
My number one nephew sometimes speaks when he should hold tongue. Please to excuse.
Just a silly question, but you, perchance, ever give grants to movie theaters?
Ralph?
Well, sometimes.
You do?
On special occasions, but nothing recently. Listen, Mr. Maxwell, I have a whole inventory list to construct from memory. If there are no further questions, I'm very busy.
Nothing from me. What about you, number one nephew?
Gee, Uncle Bill, I'm just having such a great time watching you work. This is much more fun than in the Army.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Moody.
Bye. Your nephew, oh, Lord. Bill, can't you think of anything better than that?
I was a federal employee. Would have asked you for an ID. Worked. Did you get any vibes off it?
I'm not a lie detector. I can't do stuff like that.
How do you know? That's something you ought to work on. You know that? Oh, no. Here they come again. Ranger Ratfink and his faithful degenerate companion, Gonzo de Geek.
You dragging a civilian into a federal case, Billy boy, and that's a no-no.
Look,
Billy
boys,
boy.
I'd love to schmooze with you, but we're late. Running late. Real late.
Hey, this guy and his attorney are accomplices to after the fact in a federal felony.
Can you prove that?
Almost.
Almost isn't good enough, is it, Uncle Bill?
You got tomato in these things? I hate tomato. Come on, Ralph.
Here's my car. Bye-bye.
Hey, that's my
Hey, what do you guys
hamburger.
want to do? We tell Maxwell he'll be for the skipper.
Let him. I think Maxwell's dirty on this.
Come on, let's get him. Give him applause. Tailing a fellow fed. That might be hard to explain. Don't mash my burger now. Just ignore him.
I thought you gotta know. Police have a witness who saw the man who set the fire last night.
Great.
That's what I thought. The witness gave a description.
What do you look like?
5'10", 160 pounds, dark hair.
That's Tony.
Lieutenant Rafferty noticed that too.
Yeah, well, it could be 100 other guys, too. Let's get in out of the rain. These guys are driving me nuts now. Tax audit?
In your bracket, Ralph?
You gotta be kidding.
No, they're not kidding. It's just more of their thumb screws. Ignore it. Forget it.
Okay. But I'd hate to have to explain all the burgers and cokes you forgot to reimburse me on.
Ralph, I can't be bothered with that now. Send me a voucher at the end of the month. Counselor, I'm telling you, we're on to something with this guy Moody. Ralph mentioned the federal grants to theaters, and you could see this guy's clutch drop into place. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about that all the way over here. Why did he burn the Federal Records building and then set off that theater fire last night after the fact?
All right, now, try this on. Scenario. Moody is making deals with guys who own theaters and art galleries that don't make any money. He gives them a federal grant, but he knows that next year, the federal audit is going to turn it up as a bad grant. So he and the owner get together and torch it, and the records. That way, there's no way to prove that it was a bad grant.
And then they split the grant money and any other insurance the owner may have been carrying.
If that's true, why did Moody set off that fire last night?
Well, we don't know he did, but it could have been an old piece of business, something he contracted for and he couldn't get out of. It could be also a smokescreen, throw us off.
We'll never be able to prove that, though, will we?
Afraid not. That leaves Tony up at the plate with no bat. I'm afraid our favorite ravioli is looking at a 5-year vacation in the House of Many Doors.
Well, they gotta catch him first.
Freeze, mister! Give him up!
I didn't do nothing, man. I didn't do nothing. Honest, I didn't.
Hey, come on. It's for peeling apples, man. Come on.
You're Tony Villicano, right?
Yes.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
I didn't do this. I didn't do nothing.